Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our Wonder Inn. Today, we're going to be continuing our journey throughout the Holy Bible in Genesis chapter 20. But before we do that, let me just give because I read through this chapter and came up with the thought that how we have a lot of people that judges each other. You might be a person that's judged before you actually get to know the person. So, with that being said, we got a lot of people that's saying what is a sin and what is not a sin. Only God can say what a sin is, right? So we got a lot of people that's putting themselves in the shoes of God as if they're God. And with that being said, that's just what the devil said. And when we get into that chapter, that's exactly what the devil said. I will be as God. And you got a lot of people in the world today, right? That's that act like they're God. With that being said, sit back, relax, and let us continue.
Genesis chapter 20. And Abraham journeyed from thence toward the south country, and dwelled between Kadesh and Shur, and sojourned in Gerar. And Abraham said of Sarah his wife,
She is my sister.
And Abimelech king of Gerar sent and took Sarah. But God came to Abimelech in a dream by night, and said to him,
Behold, thou art but a dead man for the woman which thou hast taken, for she is a man's wife.
Now wait a minute, we got God speaking here saying you ain't nothing but a dead man. I would never want to hear God appear to me or come to me and say you ain't nothing but a dead man. First question that I will ask God if he ever came to me and said this is why? Why am I a dead man, Lord? Let us continue.
But Abimelech had not come near her, and he said,
Lord, wilt thou slay also a righteous nation? Said he not unto me, She is my sister, and she, even she herself said, He is my brother. In the integrity of my heart and innocency of my hands have I done this.
Okay, we got the king speaking to the Lord and saying, without slay also a righteous nation, right? And he's trying to explain himself to the Lord of why he has done this, right? He said, basically, he's saying, they lied to me. And if they would have told me the truth, I wouldn't have done this. This is what I see. Again, leave your comments in the comments below because I want to see how you guys interpret the word of God. Also, this reminds me of Genesis chapter 12. If you guys want to check that out, I will leave it in the description below.
him in a dream,
Yea, I know that thou didst this in the integrity of thy heart, for I also withheld thee from sinning against me. Therefore suffered I thee not to touch her.
Okay, wait a minute. The Lord's speaking here, and let us find out what the Lord is saying. The Lord said, the reason why you haven't even touched her, regardless of how that may look, right? He said, I have. The Lord is telling him, I also withheld you. This is what I've done. I withheld you from sinning against me. Remember? When you sin, you only sinning against God.
Therefore restore the man his wife, for he is a prophet, and he shall pray for thee, and thou shalt live. And if thou restore her not, know thou that thou shalt surely die, thou and all that are thine.
Okay, we got the Lord letting him know. I understand that you did this because of the integrity. But now I'm going to give you instruction. Return Abraham's wife and you will not die. But you have to understand that it wasn't just him that the Lord was bringing judgment to. It was the nation also, because of this thing which the king has done. This put the whole nation in jeopardy.
Therefore Abimelech rose early in the morning and
Early.
called all his servants, and told all these things in their ears, and the men were sore afraid. Then Abimelech called Abraham, and said unto him,
What hast thou done unto us? And what have I offended thee, that thou hast brought on me and on my kingdom a great sin? Thou hast done deeds unto me that ought not to be done.
And Abimelech said unto Abraham,
What sawest thou, that thou hast done this thing?
And Abraham said,
Because I thought, surely the fear of God is not in this place, and they will slay me for my wife's sake. And yet indeed she is my sister. She's the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother.
Now, wait a minute. We got something that's been revealed here. We got Abraham stating the reason why this supposedly lie he has told the king. But this wasn't a lie. This was a truth that was spoken as a lie. Because we have Abraham here saying, she is my sister. She is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother. What does that mean? What does that mean, that she is the daughter of my father, but not the daughter of my mother? This seems like the father probably had many wives, right? He had many wives. And this is a child of another woman, but not the child of him and his mother. Is this to be considered a sin? Don't put yourself in the place of God.
She became my wife. And it came to pass, when God caused me to wander from my father's house, that I said unto her, This is thy kindness, which thou shalt show unto me. At every place whither we shall come, say of me, He is my brother.
And Abimelech took sheep and oxen and men servants and women servants, and gave them unto Abraham, and restored him Sarah his wife.
Now, wait a minute. Now, will y'all go back to please go back to chapter 12, because this is like a similar case.
And Abimelech said,
Behold, my land is before thee. Dwell where it pleaseth thee.
And unto Sarah he said,
Behold, I have given thy brother 1,000 pieces of silver. Behold, he is to thee a covering of the eyes, unto all that are with thee, and with all other.
Thus she was reproved. So Abraham prayed unto God, and God healed Abimelech and his wife and his maidservants, and they bare children. For the Lord had fast closed up all the wombs of the house of Abimelech because of Sarah, Abraham's wife.
Wow. Wow. This action, which the king has done by taking Abraham's wife. And I can remember reading through the scriptures that the Lord promising Abraham, all that it would curse thee will be cursed, and all those that bless thee will be blessed. And because of Sarai, Abraham's wife, the Lord closed up all the wombs of the house of Amalek. They couldn't have children. None of the women could have children. It was an end. I thank you guys for watching. Remember to treat others in the way that you would like to be treated, and join us as we come back in Genesis chapter 21. Peace.